we speak to UNISA Astronomy and Astrophysics Expert, Professor James Chibueze. Prof, thank you so much for your time this evening. It was so heartwarming to see the young people there exploring. And I wonder, if we can even begin about talking about the significance of this event.
Yeah, thank you very much for having me. This is absolutely good time for Africa to get into astronomy. I hope your viewers can hear me, but what we have experienced in the last 2 days, especially with learners coming to the General Assembly and experiencing and speaking to experienced astronomers, seeing what we do and just demystifying astronomy was really.
And Prof, we lost you a little bit there. I hope we can hear you again now.
Can you hear me?
Yes, now we can hear you. It's also not just about the learners. When you think about it, the fact that it's hosted on African soil, how does this begin to change how Africa is viewed by the world?
This is huge. IAU had to live for over 100 years before the General Assembly came to Africa for the first time. Keep in mind that, of course, South Africa has done a great job with the investment in the Meerkat telescope, of course, going to host the SKA that you see in the background. This is now completely changing the way the rest of the global north looks at Africa when it comes to astronomy. We are no longer those who would sit and use instruments in other continents to do our research. Now we can do research on the continent, publish outstanding result with instruments sitting right in this gorgeously beautiful continent. And also we have experienced people. We have people who could do the science. We're not just hosting the instruments. We have Africans who can use those instruments and produce groundbreaking science that we have never known before, exploring our universe and bringing out the real essence of the things we never understood from the past. So this is hugely, massively significant for us. I'm super glad that I don't have to travel somewhere else to attend the GA.
I can only imagine, and I wonder what becomes then the significance of innovation going into the future, particularly when you think about our scientific ambitions as a continent, as a country right now, and going beyond this particular assembly.
I would say this should be a launch pad. We've shown what we can do. We should take it just one step further to just add additional essence to the achievements that the GA has brought. The entire world of astronomy has descended on the continent. They have seen that we can do this. So we should take it additional step. We should think about the next big project that we can bring to the continent. We should think about the next location within the continent to host the GA again. Let it not be a one-off thing. Let us be innovative in our thinking to make sure that we don't just sit on our laurels and say, okay, we've done it, but let's repeat it. Let's do bigger projects beyond SKA when the next generation comes in. Let them take it further and build the next biggest project. And I want to see it in Africa.
Do you think we can have the infrastructure to be able to have that conversation? Because in the lead up to this particular assembly, there was, of course, that particular conversation around the importance of having infrastructure to ensure that an event of this magnitude happens.
Yes, Cape Town International Convention Center has proved to be a decent place to host this kind of event. I do think that we have in other countries, in Kenya, in Nigeria, in Egypt, we have infrastructure that would be capable of hosting this kind of event again. But of course, there needs to be planning to go into it. There is the bidding process, which takes a long time. In the case of South Africa and other bids, it lasted up to 5 years. So it is absolutely possible. Well, the saying goes, if you can dream it, you can achieve it. Whether it's in planning to host the next GA or planning in the next big astronomy discovery or the next big astronomy project, even beyond SKA. Of course, SKA is coming. The construction has already started. We do have the capacity to do it. We should dream big we should hit the ground rolling. We certainly will be successful. We will achieve it.
And while you talk about, dreaming big, the importance of having learners become part of this as well, it also impacts their thinking and the possibilities going into the future, I suppose.
Absolutely. So remember, if you don't have the grassroots, you will miss your path. So if everything has to lie on the shoulders of the current generation, then there will be a complete disconnect in the near future when the current generation all retire and go somewhere else. So it's really exciting to see learners who have the same curiosity as some of us did have in the past when we were younger ones. So these are the next generation of astronomers. It's good that they're getting this exposure. We never had it. I never attended the GA as a young person, but seeing them walk around, interact with professional astronomers from all around the globe, see the exhibition space, what astronomers do, is really encouraging. Look, in the next 5 to 10 years, these are the PhDs in astronomy that we will have in the future. And I really, I'm super excited. I'm very happy, and I look forward to what this will bring. Listening to the interview of this young man was really so cool because it completely mirrors how I got into astronomy, just from asking questions about stars and researching about it. I felt I needed to know more, and I ended up in astronomy. So I see future astronomers coming up soon.
And as you say, the astronomical community is definitely going to change beyond this.
Yes, absolutely.
All right, Prof, thank you so much for talking to us. And, sometimes we take it for granted that when learners become part of, such initiatives, for them, it really just has a lasting impact on the work that goes behind the scenes. So thank you so much for even sharing your story with us and how you're inspired by one of the young people there. It's a pleasure to talk to you. That was UNISA's Astronomy and Astrophysics Expert, Professor James Chibueze.